All right, so here's your introduction to slope, dealing with linear models. So we have two graphs here. We've got one purchasing 2% milk and one producing organic. So where does each graph begin and why? So as we look at each graph, you can see that they each start at 0, 0, which is 0 gallons of milk and $0. And that should make sense. When you go to the grocery store, if you do not buy milk, it does not cost you any money for milk, right? You buy 0 gallons, costs you $0. That's buying anything, no matter what you buy. If you don't purchase it, it doesn't cost you any money. Okay. Consider the graphs below. Take notes of the similarities and differences. Okay, well, they both have the same start values for X, and they both have the same gallons as we go forward. We have the same Y-axis, but when you look at the actual graphs, the graph on the right is steeper. Why? Well, look at this. You're buying 2% milk. As you go up, it goes up by the same amount each time. Over here, it also goes up by the same amount each time. But you'll notice organic milk is more expensive. So the second graph, the graph on the right, increases at a faster rate. Because each time you buy a gallon of organic milk, it's costing you $6.49 versus $3.30. So because it's your price of milk is going up faster, your line is steeper. So the more you pay per gallon, the steeper your line. So how much is a gallon of 2% milk? Well, each time you buy one, it goes up by $3.30. So that is a gallon of 2% milk. And I found that because if you look from, okay, so this 330 goes with that dot, and 660 goes with the next dot. So for each gallon, it goes up by 330. Then it goes up to 990, then 1320. So it goes up by 330 each time. That's how I know. Same thing for the organic milk. 649 is this, 1298. So if I buy one, it's 649. If I buy two, it's 1298. So I know that each gallon is 649 because that's the amount of increase each step. Now, slope, often called M in terms of a formula, is the unit rate of change. That is oftentimes how you will see it. So absolute change in Y, which is basically subtracting the two Y values, and you subtract your X values. This is if you have ordered pairs. That's what this means. So if you looked back, we're looking at these two spots here in our gallon of milk. If you buy 6 gallons, it costs you $38.94. If you buy 5 gallons, it costs you $32.45. So notice we have Y values. These are my Y values, so I subtracted them because they're on the top. $38.94 minus $32.45, and then I have the X values on the bottom because these are my X's. So when I subtract, I end up with $6.49 over 1 gallon, so my price is $6.49 per gallon. This here, let me change colors, this is the mathematical way of finding slope. We did it in the past by saying, well, this is how much it increased each time. It's the same thing. We just could tell by looking how much it went up instead of actually throwing it into a formula. You get the same thing either way. So remember that slope represents the rate of change, how quickly your graph goes up, or it could also go down.